fun. Hey, welcome back to my channel and happy Halloween! If you're new here, my name is Hannah and I'm a 25-year-old musician living in New York City with my cat Rory and my partner Ross, who is here today joining us for this video. Since it's Halloween, we're just gonna hang out, talk about some fun Halloween memories, and carve some pumpkins. What are you gonna carve on your pumpkin?
I am going to do a ghost.
He also doesn't have any inspo because he is a maniac. I'm gonna do a little cat sitting on the moon, and I will put my inspo photo somewhere on the screen right now. I always do cats. It's kind of my thing.
What are you gonna start with?
I guess we gotta cut the top off and dig everything out, right?
Yeah.
No. His pumpkins.
My pumpkin's a weird shape, so it kind of sits on its side, so I'll be carving it as a side pumpkin.
He had to buy the weird one. Mine's huge. I feel like yours is really small. We just have a regular kitchen set of knives here. We thought we had a pumpkin carving kit. Apparently we don't. Apparently that got lost at some point. How much else do I cut off? Like this?
It depends. Yeah,
Or
maybe
that?
a little less.
Like around here?
Yeah, and definitely make sure that you got it, like, angled.
Okay. I'm not much of a pumpkin carver, you guys. I've only done it a few times. And literally, I think my first time I just carved a pumpkin face. A pumpkin face? A jack-o'-lantern face. But since then I've done cats. I did a cat one a couple years ago that I was really proud of. Do you remember that? It was like the silhouette of a cat. And it wasn't the whole though. The cat wasn't the whole.
I'm not sure that I do remember that,
Yeah.
no.
If I can find a picture, I will insert it here. Doing this with real knives actually really scares me. Ooh. I've only ever used like pumpkin carving kits.
Come on, you.
I feel like I'm gonna cut my arm off. Long sleeves might not have been a good choice for this.
Yeah, that definitely, I don't know. Ooh, there we go.
Oh wow, you're ahead. You're winning. I can't let you win.
It's not a contest.
It is. Everything is a contest.
There's not a whole lot of pumpkin seeds in here.
Aw. We always cook the pumpkin seeds, so I was hoping for a lot. I can't figure out how to get my top. You did it with your spoon, right?
You want a little help?
No.
No. You can do
Oh,
it. There
oh.
it goes.
Yeah!
Hey.
I do not need to be wearing rings. I really clearly did not think this through at all. I feel like this part always takes forever, but you're doing it really fast.
I am doing this fast. Like I said, not too many seeds.
You're getting too ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I haven't gotten the seeds off on my top yet, though, so.
Oh. Okay.
You're ahead
I'm
there.
winning. It's a contest.
Not a contest.
I know you guys better comment below at the end of this and tell me which pumpkin's better. Babe, what was your first Halloween costume ever?
Well, I don't know what my first one was, but the first one that I can remember was definitely Barney.
Aww. How old were you?
It was when I was in California, so 5 or 6.
Ross lived in California for a while. My first one was a bunny. And I know it was my real first one because I called and asked my mom the other day. And she said I was like a little baby and they put me in a bunny onesie. I think I have a good amount of pumpkin seeds in here.
Nice. You did get a bigger pumpkin than I
sure.
did.
So what was your favorite childhood costume?
Probably Darth Vader.
How old were you?
Big Star Wars fan. I have no idea. Couldn't tell you, but I had the sweet chest plate that, had buttons that had sounds, and maybe it was a mask. It was the mask with the voice changer. And then I had a lightsaber and...
And what?
And was just swinging around, having a great time.
Amazing.
What was your favorite?
Oh, that's easy. I was Hermione Granger when I was like 6 or 7, and I had her hair. Like, we're talking Hermione and Sorcerer's Stone hair that was all fluffy. And I have very naturally curly hair, and obviously at that point I didn't know how to do my hair. My mom would just brush it. So it kind of just turned into some big Hermione poof. Every time I do this, I get like little ruffle boys.
Ruffle boys. I think you just gotta maybe like dig with a little more force. Yeah.
Are you already done with yours? How?
I don't know.
I don't understand how you get all the strings out so fast. This isn't fun. Can you buy pumpkins that already have the stringy stuff cut out?
I'm gonna separate some of the seeds.
I'm taking so long that you're gonna start separating the seeds.
Well, I don't wanna, jump ahead or anything. And this always takes so long and no one really wants to do it. But then I take the pumpkin seeds to school the next day and everyone wants them, so,
To school? You're 30.
Yes, I'm being bitter about when I was in high school. And I did that, and everyone munched down on my pumpkin seeds.
That's like when you're the kid with gum.
Yeah, I was the candy kid, and then around Halloween, I was the pumpkin seed kid.
What's your favorite Halloween candy?
I think my favorite was probably like a Fun Dip.
Fun Dip was cool.
Because not many people gave those out, and they were fun.
They were. I didn't like the ones that turn your mouth blue, though. I bet you did. Did you like that?
Of course.
My favorite was always the mini candy bars. It didn't matter what. Milky Way, Snickers, any of it. Just the little chocolate bars. Ew, but not Babe Ruth.
Good.
Yeah.
Baby Ruth.
Baby. Oh.
Have you never seen the Goonies?
No.
It's like Chomp want Baby Ruth.
Do they call the big ones Babe Ruth and the little ones Baby Ruth, or are they all Baby Ruth?
I think they're all Baby Ruths.
Well, I don't know where that came from. The guy is Babe Ruth, though.
The baseball player.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know what to do about this.
I got bloop in my seeds.
Oh, right. Okay, so we got all the stringy stuff out, and now we're gonna draw our designs on before we start carving.
I got the weird shaped pumpkin because I have a vision for this ghost.
What's your vision?
You'll see.
Did you trick or treat when you lived in Mexico?
Yes, but
Ross used to live in Mexico.
I lived in like a gated community.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there was only like 35 houses there, so that's like the only houses I got to trick or treat. I didn't have like the wide open suburbs of America available for my trick or treat jaunting.
Did you go trick or treating by yourself?
No, my parents went with me, I think, for the most part. Maybe in like 5th and 6th grade they stopped.
How long did you trick or treat? Like until what age?
That's a good question. I'm thinking like, I don't know, maybe 8th grade was the last year that I trick or treated.
He always does this. Whenever I ask him how old he was when something happened, it's always what grade he was in, not how old he was. I think I was 12, because I think legally, at least in the States, I don't know how it was in Mexico, but I think legally the age that you had to stop at was 12 or 13. And that was the last year I went, because I was a law-abiding citizen.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure one of the main reasons that I kind of stopped trick-or-treating was because I was getting in some trouble there on good old Hallows Eve. Towards the end there.
I want to come back to that. but I've made a mistake. So in my inspo picture, the cat's tail hangs over the moon, but I have put the bottom of my moon right at the bottom of the pumpkin. So I'm gonna have to improvise and do something else. I think instead of putting the cat's tail under the pumpkin, I'm going to just have the cat sitting on the pumpkin with its tail looped upward. So we're modifying the design just a little.
Yeah, good call.
This cat has a really skinny neck. So I'm done drawing mine. Got little kitty on the moon.
It's really weird drawing on this sideways pumpkin because I'm having to try to figure out how to fit things correctly.
He has written the word boo. Are you gonna carve out the word?
I'm gonna do something.
It's very small.
That'll be okay.
I wanna talk about movies. Can we talk about movies?
Movies, okay.
Yeah, so what were your favorite childhood Halloween movies?
I'm not sure.
Did you watch the Disney Channel ones?
I didn't have cable growing up, so not really. Like, if I did, it was at a friend's house. And they weren't, like, my favorite because I wasn't really quite sure what they were. Bless you.
Thank you.
What about you?
You know I love Halloween Town. The Halloween Town movies, I still watch them every year. Ross just saw them for the first time. Did I make you watch them last year, or was that a couple years ago? Oh, that would have been a couple years ago because we were in Cincinnati
Yeah,
when you watched them. It makes me so mad that they replaced Marnie for the fourth one. Did we even watch that one?
Yes, we did.
I'm trying to decide if I want to piss off the entire internet. I'll cut this if I decide I don't, but I could not care less about Hocus Pocus. Halloween Town was better. I've seen Hocus Pocus, and it's fine. It's just not a movie that I'm going to watch over and over like Halloween Town is. So Ross and I have a bit of an age gap. It's not a big one. I'm 25 and he's 29. And so it's normally not anything noticeable, except I notice it the most when we talk about movies and TV shows that we watched as a kid, because some of the ones, like, I don't know, when do you grow out of watching Disney Channel? Maybe 12 or 13, right?
Yeah.
So if I was 12 and watching a movie on Disney Channel, that would have made Ross 16 when that movie was out.
Yeah. Like
So
High School Musicals, I did not watch.
I was in the 5th grade when High School Musical came out.
Yeah.
So I definitely watched it. But yeah, you would have been in the 9th grade. I still love watching all that stuff again. It's a major nostalgia thing for me. But especially the Halloween ones. I think my moon is going to be really jagged. I'm going to have to do something about that. I feel violent. Stab. Ooh, ooh. Ooh.
Nice.
I don't think you told me what your favorite childhood movies were. We got on a tangent.
I'm having trouble remembering what my favorite childhood movies were. I feel like I don't really remember childhood Halloween movies. I remember like all the scary Halloween movies.
I thought you were gonna be like, I don't remember my childhood. Okay, well, what are your favorite grown-up Halloween movies?
Halloween's definitely a classic. I think my favorite of the series was the H2O, the Halloween 20 years later one.
I don't know if I saw that. I remember seeing one of them in theaters when I was definitely too young to see it. I'm from the middle of nowhere, and there's a little tiny movie theater, and nothing was ever enforced, so I was able to get into R-rated movies from like 12, 13 on. And I remember being way too young to watch that, but I did.
Well, if it was in theaters, it was probably that one, because the originals came out in like the 70s.
Wait, what were you saying about H2O though?
Halloween, it was called H20 because it was like 20 years after the original movie was released. They released like this new movie.
I thought you meant like water.
No.
I guess most scary movies that I even like were probably movies that I watched as a child that I was probably too young to see, because honestly as an adult I don't care for horror movies.
I don't really watch horror movies either.
I made a mistake. I shouldn't have cut this moon out first. I should have cut the cat out first, because now it's really hard to cut the cat without like breaking the whole thing off. What are you doing? You're doing some kind of crazy design over there.
I'm shaving this.
Are you gonna have a hole?
For part of it, yes.
By the way, if you could please like this video and subscribe to my channel, that would be awesome. I would tell you to subscribe to Ross, but I don't know if his channel's gonna be ready yet before this video goes up. It makes me really sad that due to the pandemic, I'm doubtful anyone's gonna be trick-or-treating. I don't think it's been outlawed or anything here as of now, but I just can't imagine that it's gonna be a thing.
Yeah, I don't see it happening.
Like I've already said at least twice in this video, I'm from a very small town and it's super rural. So like there are certain spots where people trick or treat, and then there are certain spots that are so isolated that nobody comes there. And I lived on top of a really massive hill, so nobody ever trick or treated at my house. And then after that, I lived in college apartments before moving to New York. And so I didn't have any trick-or-treaters then. And then last year was my first year getting to hand out candy. And I had so much fun. It was amazing. I ran out of candy in like an hour and had to run and get more. And I spent way too much money on candy because I was just having such a great time. I'm going to cut my hand off trying to cut this tail out. Oh man. College is a good time for Halloween.
Yeah.
Did you ever throw a college Halloween party?
Yep, for sure. Actually, I think we did a Halloween party 2 years in a row.
So, Ross and I met in college, but Ross went to college obviously quite a bit before me. When did you start? 2009?
Yep.
Okay, and he went for a couple years and then took some time off and went back, which is when I was in school, and I started college in 2013. So there were several years before me that Ross was in college and we didn't know each other. So that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I threw some pretty fun parties.
Yeah?
One of my buddies actually brought his turntables and like live DJ'd. That was awesome.
Cool.
I've thrown 3 Halloween parties, because then the year that I came back, when I would have met you, we threw a joint Halloween party with my upstairs neighbors, and we had music piped to both of the apartments so people could be wherever they wanted.
That's
really
cool. That's really cool. So I threw a big party. You know about this. I'm not gonna pretend he doesn't know about this. That would be fake, but I'm telling you guys. My sophomore year, we threw what was supposed to be kind of a low-key party for about 30 people, and over 100 people showed up in my tiny college apartment. It was so fun though. It was a lot of fun. And people talked about it, you know, so it felt like we were those really cool people that threw this massive party, you know?
Good job.
Yeah. What were your college costumes like?
Really crummy.
Were you like a 70s guy one year or something?
Yes. I like cut my mustache and everything for that one. That was fun.
I'm gonna break this. Look at it. It's like, what can I do? How can I not break it? I have to cut the tail out. So I cut my moon out first, which we've agreed was a bad idea. And now that I've cut the cat out, this is super thin, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna cut this tail out without breaking it. In hindsight, I probably should have, like, I don't know, left a little attacher piece or something.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I could have done differently, and it broke right here.
I see that. You could put like a chopstick through here.
What? What?
What? idea.
I'm just gonna keep cutting and hope it doesn't break, I guess, right? I just have to be slow and careful.
Slow and careful.
We were talking about costumes. And then it got derailed.
Yes.
I don't remember what you were like the year that we started hanging out.
I don't either.
I don't know that you dressed up. Because that was the year that I had that concert on Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
So, my bachelor's degree is in music education and clarinet performance. And for the music education degree, you have to take lessons or classes, group classes, on a different instrument. That could be loud.
It might be a little loud.
You have to take group classes on a different instrument every semester. And that semester I was taking oboe. And I just had the coolest oboe teacher alive. Hello, Bill Parrish, if you're watching this. But he was performing a concert. He was performing a concert on Halloween and asked all of us oboe kids to come and play at the intermission on his recital. And like, keep in mind that we've only been playing the oboe for a couple months. We sound like actual garbage, but we all showed up in costume and like handed out candy at the concert. And Ross was not in this class, he just went to the concert. So we played at the intermission in costumes, and then we all went out afterward and celebrated. And I was a cat that year for the 37th time. I've been a cat so many times. I always carve cats on my pumpkins and dress up as cats.
Do you like cats?
I do. And it's also just easy. I was never one of those plan my costume out, have ideas in, July type people. That just wasn't me. And I had tons of black clothes and just grab a set of cat ears and go. I think I may have done it without breaking the pumpkin.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, like it's almost done. Sure it's almost done?
Mine's getting close. I might have to use your knife in a
Okay.
minute.
I still have a couple spots where you can see my marker. I feel like whenever we do projects like this, I'm always done first because I care less. And you're always so precise. I'm gonna check and see if my top stays on. I'm the worst to not cut it right and then my top won't stay on.
I'm pretty bad for that too.
Look at that. Nailed it.
Nice. Alright, I think mine's about done too.
Oh, I like it.
Thank you.
Our pumpkins are finished and I think they turned out really, really cute.
Me too.
I'm so excited that I didn't break mine. It was very close there. Do you like yours?
Yeah, there's a couple spots where I was close on punching through the pumpkin on parts that I was like carving away, but I think it ended up okay.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was really fun to do. I'm sorry, I'm struggling. You're making me nervous.
Why?
You're here.
Oh.
I'd love to see any pumpkins that you guys have carved.
Ooh, yeah, I love some good pumpkin pictures.
This is really awkward, isn't it? I would love to see any pumpkins that you guys have carved. The best way to do that is probably to post on your Instagram story and tag me or DM me at @TheRealHannahLee on Instagram. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on the
Little bell guy.
hit the little bell guy. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, turn on the bell notifications, and I will see you next time.